here. So, all right. This one is reported by the Daily Mail. I know. LOL, the Daily Mail. Okay, but headline is this. The World Health Organization scientists will travel to Wuhan in January to investigate origins of COVID-19 after months of negotiating with China for access. All right, so how late is this? Holy shit. All right, so this is a year late. This is literally a year late, right? They were trying to get into China a year ago to actually investigate this, right? Like there was, not Brennan, but the new CIA guy, Pompeo, who is now the Secretary of State, of course, but he said that they have evidence suggesting that the coronavirus came from a lab in China, right? So, it's taken a year for the WHO to negotiate with China to actually get in there and take a look at this stuff, which seems nuts to me. Because, of course, like what kind of investigation is there after you've been given an entire year to clean up the mess, right? It's like, oh, well, yep. Murder scene. Yeah, it's awful. It's a little bit messy. You can check it out next year, though. And then I'm sure the investigation will be as legitimate as if you came right away, right? You're right. Here we go. World Health Organization scientists will travel to Wuhan in China to investigate the origins of COVID-19 after months of negotiating with China for access. The international mission is expected to go to China in the first week of January to investigate the origins of the virus that sparked the coronavirus pandemic. WHO spokesman Hedin Halderson. Really? Confirm this guy's name. These names. Come on, guys. Can't you just be named Michael Strange like the rest of us? Dear Lord. Okay. A year into the novel coronavirus pandemic, which has killed more than 1.6 million people and infected over 73 million globally, the question of where the virus came from and how it first crossed over to humans remains a mystery. Dun, dun, dun. It's a mystery. What's up? Let's see. Crusher, I know it's a little off topic, but whatever happened to Hillary Clinton going to court? I think that was part of the QAnon stuff, right? She was supposed to be indicted and all the rest of this, and it never happened, none of it, and she's still doing whatever she's doing, right? She's walking her dog out in the forest, still has tears in her eyes over the 2016 election. That's as far as I know. So anyway, all right, so China finally allows them in, all right, to the WHO, the World Health Organization, who literally blocked for China during this entire thing, all right? So there's that. Just saying. So they're going to let these guys in who were very friendly with them during the entire process, protecting China from any blowback and the virus, and now they're going to finally let their buddies in to check it out. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's go to this one. This is reported by CNBC, and this is regarding the coronavirus vaccine. PNON. You're right. I said it wrong. We're going to get banned. We're totally going to get banned now. Oh boy. Oh, what can you do? All right. So this is from CNBC. Now, regarding COVID-19, you can't sue Pfizer or Moderna if you have severe COVID vaccine side effects. The government likely won't compensate you for damages either. Well, hey, as long as we're not compensating people for damages from the government, we may as well just go full bore, right? We may as well go pedal to the metal 100% and just make this happen. I mean, they've shut down an unbelievable number of small businesses, like ruin families, suicides are up, all this stuff. Like, okay. And then they're not even paying us to do it. All right. Look at Canada. Canada gets $2,000 a month. Right. I mean, they're Canadian dollars, which is kind of Gucci goo, but it's still right. It buys you food and pays your rent. Right. So, I mean, there's something, but we didn't get shit. We got $1,200 in a year, in a calendar year. Like that won't even get you by in one single month in many cases. Right. You'd have to really scrimp to get by on that. But yeah, I mean, this is awful. This entire thing. So the government likely won't compensate you for damages if something happens here. Okay, so anyway, under the PrEP Act, companies like Pfizer and Moderna have total immunity from liability if something unintentionally goes wrong with their vaccines. Now, of course, far be it from me to suggest anything would ever go wrong with a vaccine, right? That's never happened in history. But, if you... Just in case, right? Anyway, let's continue reading this. A little-known government program provides benefits to people who can prove they suffered serious injury from a vaccine. But the program rarely pays, covering just 29 claims over the last decade. 29 over the last decade. Yeah. You think they don't play games with that to not have to pay? Here you go. So if you experience severe side effects after getting a COVID vaccine, lawyers tell CNBC there is basically no one to blame in a U.S. court of law. The federal government has granted companies like Pfizer and Moderna immunity from liability if something unintentionally goes wrong. Quote, "It is very rare for a blanket immunity law to be passed," said Rogie Dunn, a Dallas labor and employment attorney. "Pharmaceutical companies typically aren't offered much liability protection under the law. You also can't sue the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, for authorizing a vaccine for emergency use, nor can you hold your employer accountable if they mandate inoculation as a condition of employment." So basically, after all this, we've taken your jobs. We've like caused misery on top of misery. And now, if something happens, God forbid, you're on your own again. Again. Yeah. This is again, right? Like the way the world works. This is disturbing. This is troubling times for troubled minds, right? This is this stuff. You almost can't make it up. You almost can't make it up. It's a little bit terrifying, a little bit horrifying, and I just don't know what else to say. If this doesn't make you upset a little bit, I'm not sure what will. There's no recourse. The government's not trying to step up and pay anything. They're going to take every last penny you got in taxes. They don't give a shit if you can't eat. You know me. Don't get me started on the government.